Hi guys, I'm Jay. Today is my LeetCode review vlog on the 55th problem, jump game. We are given an integer array, nums. We are initially positioned at the array's first index, and each element in the array represents your maximum jump length at the position. We have to return true if we can reach the last index, or false otherwise. And we have two examples. So for the first example, the output is true, and the explanation is we jump one step from index 0 to 1, which is 1, 0 to 1. Then 3 steps to the last index. So from the second element, 1, 2, 3, and we reach the last index, so we return true. And for the example 2, we have our 5 elements nums. The output is false because we will always arrive at index 3 no matter what. Its maximum jump length is 0, which makes it impossible to reach the last index. For example, if we jump 3 steps from the first element, 1, 2, 3, it reaches the fourth element, and the fourth element is 0, which means we can't jump anymore, so we can't reach the final element. And it is the same for the second or the third element. It is all the same because every element from 1 to 3, they can't skip the fourth element, so we have to return false. Then let's start with our intuition. Upon analyzing the problem, my initial thought is to consider the possible jumps from each position, and we have to check the maximum reachable index so far, which it is a greedy approach. So the detailed approach is we iteratively update the maximum reachable index and check if it's enough to reach the last index. Then let's start it with our code. First, we can initialize a variable max reachable index, and we initialize the variable max reachable index as 0 due to for the first element, so the index for the first element is 0, and the usage of this variable is to store the maximum reachable index so far. Then we can have a for loop I equals 0, then I is less than num stop length I plus plus after each iteration. Inside I, the first step is we have to check if we can reach this position. So the code is if max reachable index is smaller than the iteration pointer, which means we can conclude that we cannot reach to the last index. So we have to return false. If it's true, we can conclude that reaching the last index isn't possible. This is the first state, and for the second state, we have to, for the second state, which means the if condition is false, then we have to update the max reachable index, as we can still continue this loop. Math.max of max reachable index and iteration pointer plus nums of I. We have to choose the maximum value from these two variables. This is the second state. If we reach the second step, which means we can still continue this for loop to check if we can reach to the last index. So this one is have to override it. And until the for loop is ended, we can return true, which means it is possible to reach to the last index. Then let's submit it to check the code. Yes, it is got accepted. Then we can analyze the time complexity and the space complexity. So for the time complexity, it is big O of n, and n stands for the length of nums array. This greedy algorithm iterates through the array only once, performing constant time operations at each state. And for the space complexity is big O of 1. Due to that, we only use a constant amount of extra space to solve the problem. And it is constant, and it has no relevance to the size or the length of the nums array. We only used one variable, max reachable index variable, to assist the problem. And this is the end. Thank you guys for watching. You can also check my detailed notes for this LeetCode problem jump game in my GitHub repository here, and I would put the link on my YouTube description below. And thank you guys for watching. See you next time.